What is up, guys? It's the Sound Alchemist, and today I'm back to talk to you about everybody's favorite game, Warhammer 40K. So a few months back, I made a video titled The Top 3 Things I Want to See in Ninth Edition. And now that Ninth Edition has been out for a little bit, obviously the Ninth Edition codices haven't dropped yet, but that could take anywhere up to maybe even a year plus. Because currently we know that in come October, the Necrons and the Space Marines are going to be getting their codex, and if that's the trend, then we're going to be seeing 2 codices drop every month, so it'll be a while before they're all completely out. But anyway, in the previous video, I said that I wanted more Space Marine things coming out that don't have to do with Primaris. Because for the longest time, any little update that we had was new Primaris this, new Primaris that, old Marines becoming Primaris, and it was a little bit too much too quick. And currently, they've actually toned it down somewhat. It's like, yes, we got the Indomitus box set and a whole bunch of new models for the Primaris, but they are buffing up the classic Marines. Terminators are getting 3 wounds. Old school weapons are getting stronger, such as the heavy flamer, the heavy bolter. We've got veterans that are basically getting another wound, and it's good to see. Because now that Terminators are a little bit stronger, a little bit sturdier, you're going to be seeing more diverse lists. You're going to be seeing Centurions leave the battlefield and make room for Terminators here and there. And another thing, this indirectly supports all the other factions that use Terminators, Heavy Flamers, Heavy Bolters, etc., such as the Sisters of Battle, the Astra Militarum, and of course, the Chaos. So I love it. This little boost to Chaos is pretty good. Another thing, too, that I've been waiting for is for Chaos to get some type of love. We have been getting new models. We got freaking Abaddon for the Chaos Marines, the whole Vigilus campaign and whatnot. The Lord Discordant is great and all, but we're getting new things, but not where I think they should be getting them. There's a lot of models that have really, really old sculpts. R.I.P. Eldar. But I believe that the sculpt that's pretty notorious for being, and I wouldn't say bad, but like subpar, but they have really good stats in game, is Demon Princes. Demon Princes are amazing depending on how you kit them out. Wings, talons, certain synergies with like being Zeech or being Khorne or having this stratagem, that kind of thing. And the models are just subpar. Like, there are so many great third-party manufacturers that do really boss-looking Demon Princes. So I think GW should give us a new Demon Prince just to make it look so much better. Because I mean, look at the Lord Discordant. Amazing. Love it. It's such a badass model, and it has really good rules. So I just want Demon Princes to kind of share with that. And it'd be great because monsters and vehicles are, oh my god, they are so great this edition. I was about to say this season. But yeah, 9th edition is definitely the edition of vehicles because they don't get penalties for moving and firing their weapons. They could fire their weapons in close combat, and oh man, that's amazing. I play Iron Warriors. Well, Iron Warriors, but they're my Infernal Sons lore-wise. And I'm heavy on using demon engines. Freaking Lord Discordants. Infernal Dreadnoughts. I love Mauler Fiends, Forge Fiends, Defilers, who I really like the aesthetic of demon engines, and this edition made them so much better. And thank you, GW. But I also like Demon Princes, and it just to have an awesome looking Demon Prince model would fit the bill quite nicely. Another thing I mentioned back then that we kind of got now is that I wanted new models for Xenos. For the longest time, Like I said, it was all Space Marines this, all Space Marine that, and I think we kind of got it in the form of the Indomitus box set, because every individual model in that box set is a new sculpt. Half of that box is Necrons, and the Necrons got an updated warrior, and they just got really, really great models with the Scorpek Destroyers. Those things are amazing. And they're continuing the trend by giving us more Scorpek models. They just released a 6-gunned Scorpek shooter dude. I forgot what it's named, like Hexblade Assassin or something like that. And it's awesome. Not just that, but we got the Void Dragon to look forward to, and we've got the Silent King. So if you're a Necron player, it is amazing. But give that awesome juiciness to all the other Xeno players, the Eldar, the Tau, the Tyranids. They need some love too. So it'd be awesome to have new models coming out for them. Skitarii, they got freaking like riders and a new transport flying vehicle thing, and they got good stuff. So I think the Skitarii are good. I'm interested to see if they're gonna get tougher, because I know like Space Marines, classic Space Marines got upgraded to 2 wounds. So I wonder how that's gonna shake up, the rest of the armies, like, because Space Marines are getting buffs, so hopefully the ripples go out and touch every other army as well. And the last thing I talked about was psychic powers. Back in, what was that, 7th edition, there was a whole bunch of tables that you could pick from to get your psychic powers. Biomancy, Fulmination, Geomancy, Technomancy. And it's really awesome and flavorful how you could equip all these psychic abilities to your dudes. And then 8th edition came, and it took all that away. It's like, nope, you've got 6 choices, love it or hate it, that's all you get. Except if you're like Grey Knights, Thousand Suns, you get a little bit more options, but that's it. We haven't really seen otherwise. Maybe in the future they're going to give us more abilities. However, there's already a lot to kind of diversify armies. Like if you're playing a Space Marine army against a Space Marine army, it's not going to be the same thing, even if you bring in Psychers, because stratagems are what kind of diversify the army playstyle. Stratagems really are important in 9th edition. Not as much as actually playing the objective, but they could really turn the game, to one favor or the other. It's just like you could do so many crazy things with stratagems that really can turn the tide of war. And I think that's what I got from using the different psychic disciplines back in the day. Like I got different flavorings and I got different crazy abilities, and now that's what I'm getting with stratagems this edition. Not to say I don't want all these other like psychic tables to return, but I'm okay with stratagems kind of replacing that for the meantime, because in my opinion that's what I love most about 9th edition. The crazy amount of command points you get and all the crazy amounts of shenanigans that happen with stratagems. So let me know if you guys agree with the stratagem thing. Do you think stratagems are too much in this edition? Are they too much of a wild card? Do you rely on them heavy? Do you ignore stratagems? What do you guys do with stratagems this edition? Because I definitely play on it heavy. Sometimes my whole army revolves around like using a few key stratagems. Because yeah, they are really good for the most part. So overall, I'm loving this edition. I think I pretty much so far have gotten a taste of at least everything I wanted to see in the new edition and more. Obviously, Space Marine, Classic Marines are getting buffs, which is great. We're seeing new models on the horizon, especially for the Necrons, the Void Dragon, the Silent King, and that's amazing. And hopefully we get to see new psychic powers, but stratagems are filling in that void for me. So, in your opinion, has 9th edition been better than you thought, worse than you thought, or just about where you thought it was going to be? And explain to me why, because if you don't like 9th edition, what's ruining it for you? Or if you love it, why is that? That's all I got for today, guys. Can't wait to read your responses, and can't wait to see what GW has in store for us next. As always, I've been the Sound Alchemist, part of One Mind Syndicate, and I will be seeing you guys in the next one. Peace.